Hello everybody. This short video is going to be on base 10 multiplication, and both numbers are going to be smaller than 10. And it's all based on this algebraic identity. If you multiply this right side out, you end up factoring it, you can get this expression. So this side is exactly the same as this side, okay? Now, I'm going to do my first example really showing that idea, okay? So really showing that idea. So what I mean by that is, if I say what's 9 times 8. Now I know hopefully you memorized that it's 72, but how would this work in terms of all this? Well, our base is going to be 10, so x is 10. Now what does A and B, what do A and B represent? A represents the deficit. The first number is from 10, so 9 is 1 away from 10, we want to say, and B, the second number, is 2 units away from 10. Okay? So let's substitute it in this and see how this works. So I have it like this. So what goes right here? X is 10, so I'm going to put a 10 and a 10. Then I put a minus minus, A and B, so 1 and 2. So notice how this is 9 and this is 8. So it's another way of saying 9 times 8. Now, look at the right side. X is 10, so I have 10. Then I have 10 minus 1 minus 2. Then I have plus 1 times 2. So this right side really helps us get the answer quickly because we can think of it this way. We take 10, we subtract our deficits, 1 and 2. So I get 7 right here, 10 times 7. And then I get plus 1 times 2 is just 2. And it gets even simpler because this 7 is times 10, so I could think of it as having 2 spaces, the answer. This 7 is going to be over here, and this 1 times 2 is going to be over here. So it's a 2-step process. We take the base, we subtract the deficits, and we just write that number to the left, and at the right, we write down the product. Okay, so we don't have to do all this setup and making it look like this. We can just, now that we understand that, we can just really do this quickly. So watch this, 9 times 7. So my x, my base, is 10. I should say x because b is another, represents something else. So my base is 10, okay? That's my base. Now, 9 is 1 unit away from 10, so I'm going to say 1. And 7 is 3 units away from 10. Now, how do we get this part? Now, listen to me carefully. There's 4 ways you can get that part. Method 1, just like it looks over here, I could say x, so 10, and then I subtract the deficits, minus 1, minus 3. I get 6, obviously, okay? Now, if you think about it carefully, I could say x minus a minus b. So what that basically means, don't think too hard about it. It basically means you can also do it these 2 ways. You can say 7 minus 1, the difference of the diagonals, or 9 minus 3. So I could say 9 minus 3 is 6, and I could say 7 minus 1 is 6. And there's even a 4th way. I could even say 9 plus 7, and then subtract the base, which is 10, and I still get 6. So there's 4 ways you can get the first part of the answer. Okay, first part. And the second part, there's really 1 way to do it, and you just multiply the deficits. So A and B, 1 times 3 is just 3. Okay, so you want to make a decision which way you like getting the first part. Maybe it's, most of the time it's taught to take the difference, the diagonal differences, but I know a lot of people who like this way better, and even a few who like this way better. So make sure you make a choice and stay with it. As far as our answer, the first part is just 6, and the second part is just 3. There's nothing to carry over, so my answer is 63. Okay? Great. Let's move on now. So we're at example 3. Now let me say 7 times 8. So my base is 10. My base is x, and that's 10. So how far is 7 from 10? That's going to be my A. That's 3 away. How far is 8 from 10? 2 away. Now remember how we get the first part of the answer? 7 minus 2, we could say is 7 minus 2 is 5, 8 minus 3 is 5. We could say 5 minus 3 minus 2 is 5. We could say 8 plus 7 minus 10 is 5. So there's 4 ways, okay? I'm just going to stick to this diagonal way. So 7 minus 2 is 5. Second part of the answer, 3 times 2 is 6. Nothing to carry, our answer is 56. Okay? Example 4. Let's do 6 times 9. So, base is 10. That's my x. This is 4 units away from 10. This is 1 unit away from 10. So, I'm going to go difference of my diagonals. 6 minus 1 is easier than 9 minus 4 in my opinion. 6 minus 1 is 5. 4 times 1 is 4. So, my answer is 54. Okay, let's do an example with a carry now. Now, let's do this one. Let's do 7 times 7. So this is 3 units away from 10. Base is 10. This is also 3 units away from 10. We're not going to have to carry here, actually. 7 minus 3 is just 4. 3 times 3 is 9. So answer 49. Now let's do one with the carry. Let's do, we're at example 6 now. Let's do 6 times 6. So don't forget the base is still 10. So this is 4 units away from 10. This is 4 units away from 10. 6 minus 4, or I could say 10 minus 4 minus 4, or 6 plus 6 minus 10. I get 2 as the first part of my answer regardless. Now, because the base is 10, I can only have 1 unit here. And because 4 times 4 is 16, I'm going to have to carry. So I'm going to write it like this, 1, 6. That indicates that that 1 has to be carried over. 2 plus 1 is 3, so I get 36. All right, let's do example 7. 5 times, let's do 6. So base is still 10. Now, this is 5 units away from 10. This is 4 units away from 10. 5 minus 4 is 1. I'm going to do it the diagonal way. And next part of my answer is 5 times 4 is 20. Remember, I can only have 1 unit. So I'm going to write it like that. I'm going to bring the 2 over. 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay? You really want to use this. The farther away the numbers are from the base, the less useful this method is, in my opinion. So you want to really use it for anything over 5, you know, times anything over 5, basically, okay? Like so. I'm going to use a plus to indicate that. So 5 times 8, 5 times 9, 6 times, okay? You don't want to use it for something like 2 times 3, okay? I hope you understood the lesson. I hope you understood the theory behind it, because it's really not that difficult. You want to start here so we can work our way up to much bigger bases, okay? Good job.